All right, I'm going to be showing you how to integrate the ByteBrew SDK for Apache Cordova. So the first thing you're going to want to do, if you haven't done it already, is go over to the ByteBrew dashboard, and you're going to want to add a new game for your Cordova app. You're going to want to fill out all these fields, your app title, app name, bundle identifier, description, genre, subgenre, app ID, and shared secret. And you're going to want to fill all those out for both platforms, and you're going to want to make applications for both platforms. I've already done that for my test app here, so I'm just going to scroll down and click on my Android one, go to settings, and then at the bottom of the settings page, these game keys are what you're going to need to initialize the ByteBrew SDK. So the next thing we're going to want to do is head over to the GitHub repo for the Cordova plugin, and we're just going to download the whole thing as a zip. We're going to go to wherever we downloaded it. Mine's just in my downloads folder, and extract it. Okay, so now we can head back into our Cordova project, and we're going to open a new terminal window. And we're going to run Cordova plugin add, and then the path to the folder we just downloaded. So we're going to go to folder we just downloaded, and inside there's a folder called ByteBrew. We're going to right click on that, hit copy as path, and then just paste it right in there. Hit enter. And then that should install the ByteBrew plugin for both Android and iOS for Cordova. Okay, now we can head over to our config.xml, and we're just going to add a few lines here. We're going to say feature name equals ByteBrew. And then inside here, we're going to say param name equals iOS package, value equals ByteBrew. Terminate that, and we're going to have a couple more params here. We're going to say name equals Android package, value equals com.bytebrew Cordova plugin ByteBrew. And just one more, param name equals onload, and our value equals brew. If you're building for iOS, there is another step you're going to have to take here. So if you just navigate to your project's root folder, go into the platforms folder, and then iOS, and open up your project's XC workspace file. Once you're in there, you highlight your project root, go over to build phases, link binary with libraries, click the plus, select bytebrew.exe framework, and hit add. Now we should be able to start calling functions from the ByteBrew SDK inside JavaScript. So let's head over to our index.js, and we'll initialize ByteBrew. So we could say close window.cordova.platform_ID. We're just going to check the platform string equals Android. We're going to initialize with our Android keys. And then if platform string equals iOS, we can initialize with our iOS keys. So the way you do that is you would just say ByteBrew dot initialize with settings, and then the first parameter is going to be your Android game ID that we set up before. So you could just copy that, paste it right in there, Then the second one is going to be your SDK key. So we could just paste that right in there. And then third parameter is the engine version. So we could just say something like Cordova. And then the app build version. So we could just say 0.1 for now. And if we wanted to also build for iOS, we could initialize with our iOS game ID here and our iOS SDK key. Keep in mind that you should only call initialize once per session, but other than that, you should be good to go. That's how you get started and initialized with the Cordova ByteBrew SDK.